The Battle for Maretime Bay. My Little Pony Tell Your Tale, Season 2, Episode 38 and 39. Written by Jessica Silcock and Naomi Smith. Script editing by H.M. Concept art by Shadow Galaxy. Part 1. Day. Deep in the forest, we see a large, sinister-looking seed pod, glowing with an eerie green light. As the camera pans, we see more large pods like it. Thick, dark, thorny vines surround them, slithering slowly. Suddenly one of the pods bursts, erupting seeds. A mainframe or network of bioluminescent light emanates from where they land, spreading across the ground. The camera follows the light as it travels through the trees, withering and decaying the vegetation in its path. It breaks through the tree line and speeds towards Maritime Bay. Exterior, Posey's garden. Vegetable patch and sunny smoothie stand. Close up on Posey. Anguished scream. Reveal, she stood on a patch of wilted flowers. My geraniums are wilting! We cut to Hopalata, pulling 2 rotten carrots from a vegetable patch. Copalata to Sunny, concerned squeaks. We cut to the smoothie stand. Sunny hands the smoothie to the pipsqueaks before Seashell can take a sip. It begins to glow like the seed pods. Ew, what's wrong with my smoothie? Interior, Crystal Brighthouse, living room, soon after. At the Brighthouse, Zipp leads the situation room. There's a board full of pictures behind her and a map on the table. Wilting flowers, moldy vegetables, glowing smoothies? Maritime Bay is not okay. A group of concerned critters are gathered around Hitch. Nervous critter noises. The critters can't find anything to eat. A raccoonicorn hops anxiously in his arms. Oh, it's okay, buddy. We're gonna figure this out. Misty frantically flicks through the pile of books. Maybe it's a spell? Or a curse? Pip scrolling through her phone. Whatever it is, it's getting worse. Look at the bot rod. Pip shows her phone to Sunny. Sunny gasps. We need to get out of here and figure this out. Right now. Interior, Aloha's cave. Continuous. On Aloha's horrified face. What is this? We pan out to see her cave being slowly overrun with decay. Bioluminescent networks of light and twisting vines climb the walls of the cave. Twitch backs into a corner, brandishing a homemade spear. Angry squeak. Vines are growing over the cave entrance. Aloha blasts them with ice magic. The vines freeze for a moment, giving Aloha just enough time to leap through, grabbing Twitch. They burst out of the cave and into the bot rod, which is covered in vines too. Aloha. Come on, Twitch, we better get out of here. Efforts as she escapes. Twitch. Escaping noises. Exterior, the bot rod. On Aloha, as she runs through the bot rod with Twitch. Aloha. And just when I thought the bot rod couldn't get any worse. Twitch growls at her. What? Too soon? Twitch growls again. All around him, ponies scatter, shouting as the vines creep into the attractions, stopping the Ferris wheel and smashing windows. Every pony simultaneously. Panic Walla! Sunny and Hitch are leading the ponies to safety. And simultaneously, this way! Watch out! Quickly! Disgusted, Aloha turns, straight into Zipp, who is investigating with her goggles. Zipp jumps, startled, goggles falling off. Zipp. Well, Aloha, tell me the truth. Did you have something to do with this? Aloha. Snarl. Of course not. This is probably some idiotic pony magic gone wrong, and I'm getting out of this dump while I still can. She bares her teeth. Now get out of my way. Zipp jumps back as Aloha pounces past her, with Twitch glaring from her back. Zipp ponders to herself. It doesn't seem like Aloha's magic. But what is it then? She hones in on the web of bioluminescent light pulsing across the earth. The grass and plants wilt where it touches. She starts to follow the trail of light. Interesting. Exterior Maretime Bay streets. Soon after. Chaos as Posey, Dahlia, and Rufus frantically harvest their vegetable gardens and fruit trees at top speed. But apples still drop from trees, withered and rotten. Meanwhile, Izzy leads like a sparkly drill sergeant, levitating plant pots, fruits, and turnips out of harm's way. Posey, Dahlia, and Rufus Stay away from my veggies! Oh no, come on, faster ponies, or we'll lose everything! This is awful, I can't look. Izzy, come on ponies, pick out those parsnips, rescue those radishes! Izzy levitates the items onto a cart that's straining under their high, teetering tower of fruit veg flowers. Meanwhile, Sunny and Misty examine the vine close up. Some are slowly spreading across the facade of Main Melody, tearing through the awning and causing bricks to crack. Misty projects a cloud of magical butterflies at the vine. When they hit the vine, it twitches for a moment before surging onwards, unaffected. My magic doesn't work against it, and I've never seen anything like this in any of my books. What could it be? Sunny, darkly certain. This started like Opaline's trap vines, but the pulse. Oh no, this is Zinnia's magic. Flashback to the Petal Gala. Special 3. Zinnia explodes with dark magic like a supercharge. Jagged, moldy spikes erupt from the ground. And flashback. Misty. But Zinnia's gone. Sunny. Some trace of her dark earth pony magic must have been left behind. And we've got to find it. Suddenly, they hear Pip's voice. And fast. Sunny grabs her phone from her bag, walkie-talkie style. Pip, how's it looking up there? Exterior, sky, meanwhile. We join Pip as she flies above Maretime Bay, and we see an aerial view through the clouds. The town is darkening with vines and decay, slowly spreading. Pip, into phone, walkie-talkie style. Not gonna lie, Sunny, not good. We're thick in the ick, and it's spreading fast. And more good news. It's heading for the Crystal Brighthouse. Sunny. The Unity Crystals. Come on, we've got to protect our home. Suddenly, Dahlia, arms full of plants, urges Sunny. We can't harvest fast enough. Rufus. Our food is decaying. It's destroying everything. Posy. How can we help, Sunny? Tell us what we can do. Sunny, addressing the crowd. Every pony, I know we're all scared, but we can't let fear win. We've got to keep up hope. As she speaks, the infected ground pulses nearby, the vines groaning louder. A gold shimmer flickers along her flank. Sunny's cutie mark begins to glow. Right now, the Crystal Brighthouse needs us. And I know we can protect it. Together. For Maretime Bay! As Sunny speaks, we see the look of stirring hope in the townspeoples' faces. Hitch, hoofs braced and sparky papoose tied into his chest, gives a proud nod. Misty breathes deep, horns sparking to life. Dahlia, Rufus, Posy, Jazz, Izzy all stare towards Sunny as the magic in her mark intensifies. And then, a wave of golden light blooms from Sunny's core. The magic crests, her eyes flash bright, and with a whoosh of magic energy and air, Alicorn Sunny rises. Everyone there shouts out in support, while Izzy, like a drill sergeant, shouts, Alrighty ponies, let's move, move, move! We've got a home to save! Exterior, edge of the forest. Meanwhile, exterior, sky. Zipp is following the strange trail of glowing decay into the forest, eyes scanning the ground. Come on, creepy evil glow, where did you come from? She pushes past some brush and stops. Her eyes widen. Looming before her is a transformed section of the forest. Where once there was a lush green canopy, now there is a gnarled, rotting expanse. Thorn-covered trees claw at the sky like blackened ribs. Massive pillars twist from the ground 10 feet high and pulsing with sickly corrupted light. The air is thick and wet, the earth choked with decay. Every leaf hangs, shriveled, as if the forest itself was rotting from the inside out. Zipp grabs her tablet and vlogs as she continues towards it. Gotcha! To her tablet documenting. I think it's coming from the forest. This place totally changed. She notices something. Wait, what is that? She pauses. Something dangled low in her periphery. She turns her head. Hanging from a twisted vine is a small, faintly glowing seed pod. Some kind of seed pod? She studies it, snapping a couple of photos. Suddenly, the pod twitches. Its outer shell splits open with a red crack, and a thick amber slime oozes out like resin. A glob spats onto the dirt. Zipp jerks her hoof back on instinct, eyes flicking down. Sizzle! The goo burns a black ring into the earth where it lands. Zipp quietly to herself. Okay, so that's not tree sap. Zipp blinks, staring at the ruined patch, then back at the pot, just as it convulses. From its center bursts a spray of feathery dandelion like spores. They drift gently, shimmering, then touch the ground. Vroom! The glowing seeds ignite, softly on contact. All around her, the bioluminescent light trails she followed begin to pulse, as if reacting. Uh-oh. Suddenly, crack! From the deceased forest floor, spiked thorns erupt, spearing up in a sudden burst like jagged spears. Zipp stumbles back. Bad idea, bad idea! As Zipp tries to back away, two vines erupt from the ground and thrash towards her. Zipp hops and dodges them. Yikes! Whoa! She flies off. Sunny's gotta see this. Exterior near Crystal Brighthouse, meanwhile. The rest of the main six and a cluster of town's ponies are making their way toward the Crystal Brighthouse when suddenly, a glowing lattice of bioluminescent light slides across the ground like a living thing. Wherever it passes, grass blackens, flowers crumble to dust, and thorn vines erupt in snaking tangles. A filly screams, a stallion yanks her back, just as a vine lashes the spot she just stood. Sunny shouting, "Up off the ground! Roofs, wagons, anything!" Chaos erupts, ponies scatter in every direction. Some leap onto wagons and crates, others scramble up market stalls, fences, and windowsills, anything to get above the dirt. A fruit stand topples as two ponies clamber over it. A pair of siblings help each other onto a low awning, clinging together as the vines creep closer. A fresh pulse of light surges across the infected ground. The vines groan and twist, rising higher. Wide shot. The crowd is now splintered and elevated, perched across the terrain like survivors in a flooding city. Below them, the glowing corruption creeps forward in a luminous streak. Fawn tendrils feeling for anything left behind. Sunny is heading for the Bright House. Move! We have to beat it there. They don't wait. Ponies drop from ledges and rooftops, galloping hard. Hooves hammer the cobblestone as they bolt across safe gaps, vaulting crates and carts, outrunning the corruption snapping at their heels. The crystal Bright House looms ahead. The lead ponies skid into formation, fanning out across the path. Others charge behind them, forming up without a word. Wings snap open, horns ignite. Earth ponies brace low. They stand, flank to flank, a living wall between the Bright House and the oncoming plague. Sunny's hooves dig in, her mane lifts slightly in a rising gust. A rumble begins beneath her, pebbles shake. She lowers her horn, eyes sharp. Get ready. Give everything you've got, ponies. A beat. The earth quivers, then splits open. Two massive vines erupt with an explosive force, spiraling up like thorn serpents, reeking of rot and glowing with sickly light. The ponies look determined, unseen. Meanwhile, a third vine bursts from the ground, looming over an isolated Sparky. The vine starts to swing downwards towards him. Sparky turns to look. Huh? Get away from him! Hitch charges in, hooves hammering at the ground. At the last second, he slams his forehoofs down, and green shockwave of earth pony magic ripples out across the ground. Where it passes, grassy tendrils and vine-like roots burst from the earth, lashing upward to intercept the monster's vine. The corrupted vine writhes and recoils, the green growth wrapping around it. Only for the healthy vines to petrify, wither, and snap where the corruption spreads. Still, it's just enough to stagger the attack. Hitch rushes in, scooping up Sparky and backing off fast, heart pounding. I've got you. I've got you. He looks up at the others, wide-eyed, breathing hard. Then the realization hits him. Sunny, Earth Pony magic works against the vines. Misty, of course. Zinnia's magic creates decay, and Earth Pony magic creates life. Two more vines burst up around the ponies, winding closer to the Crystal Bright House. Sunny thinks fast, while Hitch hands Sparky off to Rocky, who nods and flies to safety. Sunny, we can hold them off, but we're gonna need everyone. Earth Pony magic, Pegasi, unicorns, all of it. She turns, planting her hooves. Around her, more and more ponies step forward. Hitch, Posy, Rufus, Dahlia, Phyllis, Jazz, and dozens more from the town. Earth ponies, pegs are hovering, unicorns igniting their horns. The whole crowd shifts from fear to resolve. The ground begins to glow beneath them, cutie marks lighting up across the crowd. Sunny's own mark blazes like a sunburst, her hooves radiating with vibrant green energy. Evil may try to take our home, but it'll never have our hearts. The dark magic is no match for our light. Earth Pony, Earth Pony magic efforts. The ponies stamp their hooves in unison, filling the screen with a bright green flash of Earth Pony magic. To be continued. Part 2. Exterior, Crystal Brighthouse, day. We see Sunny, Hitch, Posy, Dahlia, Phyllis, Jazz, and Rufus in a line, hooves glowing, ready to use Earth Pony magic to fight back the vines. Hitch, for Maretime Bay. Sunny, for our home. High energy music plays as the ponies leap into action. Hitch skids into frame, hooves glowing, and slams his forelegs down. A thick pulse of green energy rips through the dirt like a controlled quake, and a cluster of vines explodes upward. Uprooted by force, slammed into each other and crumbling into river tusks. Sunny spots another vine slithering towards the Crystal Brighthouse. Without breaking stride, she leaps, clean over a rotting pumpkin, lands hard with glowing hooves, and slams the ground. A focused burst of Earth Pony magic surges forward. The vine writhes, crumples, and evaporates into dust. But more rise. Dahlia kicks back, sending a shock burst of wildflowers racing across the ground, overtaking the rod in a bloom of color. Posy slams her hooves down, and soft roses coil up like a spiral staircase, trapping the vine in a cage of petals. Rufus and Sprout stomp in unison, summoning a thick hedge walls that surge up and crash down, pinning the corruption flat. Jazz pirouettes into a low stomp, causing mossy tendrils to sweep upward and weave into a shield that cushions a cluster of folds. The ponies regroup at center, breathing hard. From all sides, more vines burst forth, thicker, faster, more relentless than before. They twist skyward, racing toward the Crystal Brighthouse, converging like claws, closing in. Sunny steps forward. Her wings flare, her horn crackles. She narrows her eyes. Okay, let's try all of me. Magic surges. Her mane lifts on an unseen breeze. With a powerful flap of her wings, she takes off, horn glowing with raw magic. She fires. A brilliant blast of Alicorn magic strikes the vines midair. The corruption grove erupts into shimmering embers, raining like burning stardust over the awestruck ponies below. Even Hitch lets out a breath. Okay, that works. Pip, Misty, and Izzy dash over, wide-eyed and panting. That was incredible! But Sunny's eyes are locked ahead, her face tightening. The pulsing network of bioluminescent corruption is still crawling forward. Sprinting across the soil, glowing brighter, reaching hungrily towards the base of the Crystal Brighthouse. In the far distance, trees begin to wither. Leaves curling and falling in waves. Massive thorn stalks spiral up through the forest canopy, warping the horizon. Sunny, narrowing her eyes. Something tells me it's not over. Zipp, out of screen. Every pony, check this out! Zipp swoops into a shot, and lands next to Sunny. She holds up a tablet and shows them the pics of the seed pods from part 1. These seed pods are a big problem. It doesn't matter how many vines we destroy, they just make more. Misty. Wait, I think I've seen something like this before. Misty whips out a book, showing them a picture of a similar-looking organism. We need to find the alpha pod and destroy it. The Seabop? Alpha pod. It's a giant pod that creates all the other smaller pods. Yep, and I know exactly where it is. There is an ominous rumble, and more vines burst from the ground, around the bioluminescent networks of light, bleaching the grass as they approach. Sunny. Hitch, you and the Earth Ponies protect the Brighthouse. Zipp, you and I are going to find this giant pod. Pip. What about us? How can we help? Sunny. Just do whatever you can think of to slow down these vines. Beat, as Sunny takes in the faces of her friends, all eager to help. I know we can do this. Together! Sunny and Zipp launch into the air and fly off. as Hitch faces the coming vines and rallies the defenses. Ponies, assemble! Exterior sky. Forest continuous. Alicorn, Sunny, and Zipp fly, following the trail of decay and light. Zipp spots the glow from the dark forest in part 1. There! They nosedive towards a large clearing, hovering at a safe distance. Below them is a huge, pulsing, bioluminescent seed pod, surrounded by smaller seed pods and decaying plant life. The trees are covered in the strange, futuristic webs of light. Large vines writhe around the pod, covered in thorns. Zipp. That's definitely giving Alpha Poddy vibes. Come on, Zipp, we have to destroy it. As soon as Sunny says this, the surrounding vines snap to attention. With a knife-like swing, large thorns sprout all over the vines, and they begin to uncoil. Sunny. I knew there'd be a catch. Wah! Zipp and Sunny dive in opposite directions as a swinging vine smashes between them. Sunny ducks under another swinging vine, while Zipp barrel rolls from another. They dive to safety on the ground, ducking behind a tree. Okay, we have a problem. Zipp, determined. I've got an idea. She takes a big breath. I'm a princess of a different kind, always trying to figure out why. When my cutie mark comes to life, I blast bravely across the sky. Zipp launches skyward, fast. The air trails behind her, yanked into motion by her velocity. Vines slash upwards, trying to follow. But she is already twisting through them. Tight spirals between thorn coils. A cutie mark glows. She barrels through 2 vines. They slam into each other, trying to catch her. She spins sharply. The sudden torque whips the wind into a spiral. The vines start to tangle, snagged in their own confusion. Fresh ones rise, faster now. Zipp pulls into a hard stop midair. Wings flared wide. The sky around her shudders. Dark clouds snap into place beside her, crackling with energy. Her weather magic ignites. She beats her wings once. Hard. Boom! A whirlwind erupts outward, tearing through the corrupted vines. The wind rips them off the ground, flinging them back from the alpha pod. Lightning flashes, arcing through the clouds, and the remaining vines stagger, forced to regroup. Sunny ducks against the wind, bracing. Zipp. I think I can hold them. Exterior, Crystal Brighthouse. They. Cut to Hitch, leading a group of earth ponies in the fight against the vines. Charge! To the left, Posy and Jazz stamp their glowing hooves on the ground. Thick, living vines erupt from the soil. They coil around the corrupted vine, pulling it tight. The corrupted vine thrashes, but the roots tighten like a vice. Crack! The vine snaps in 2. Posy. That's for my geraniums! Wah! Posy yelps as a vine bursts through the ground next to her, throwing her backwards. Quick cuts as the vines around the ponies grow mean-looking spiky thorns. We are gonna need backup! Hitch and Dahlia stamp their hooves, sending a zigzag of earth pony magic towards the tree. As the magic hits, the tree uproots itself and marches towards the vines. It snaps the vines underfoot and tears them from the ground. Meanwhile, Rufus and Phyllis supersize a line of rotten fruit and vegetables, and Izzy uses her levitation to hurl them. A vine disappears under a pile of huge tomatoes. Revenge of the vegetables! Ha ha! There's an ominous rumble. The strange bioluminescent light trails start to pulse. The ponies jump back as carnivorous flowers sprout along the vines, snapping at the ponies. Pip swoops through the air, letting out a burst of a siren song. Pip shoots a cannon-like sonic wave at the carnivorous flowers on a nearby vine, forcing them to recoil. Jazz and Hitch combine their earth pony magic to make a huge, beautiful, glowing hibiscus flower, which pops, creating a cloud of toxic mist, which shrivels the vine. Cut to Hopalatas Rowan. Underground, meanwhile, we see Mimi and Hopalatas are grouped together in a large burrow chamber, their exit blocked by vines. The Hopalatas start to hop in unison, creating a powerful magical pulse that blasts back the vines. Hopalata! Cut to external. Crystal Brighthouse continues. Misty uses her magic butterfly shield to deflect the blow from a whipping vine. She looks up to see the vines twisting their way around the Crystal Brighthouse. The light begins to flicker. They reached the Brighthouse! We're running out of time! Pip, wrestling a vine. Sally needs to deal with those roots ASAP! Exterior, forest, meanwhile. Sunny dodges the whipping vines. settling her sights on the glowing arthropod. I think I can make it. Sunny takes a big breath. I'm all three pony kinds wrapped up into one. My cutie mark comes to life. Her cutie mark glimmers. Sunny focuses and shuts her eyes tight. We see flashbacks of cutie mark moments throughout the series. Main 5 decorating the crystal brighthouse together. Sunny laughing as the main 5 throw her a crazy birthday party. The ponies watching a home movie with Misty, Pip, and Sunny, giggling and covered in fruit at the smoothie stand. Sunny and Hitch performing a silly dance routine at the Pip Sync battle. And finally, baby Sunny, gazing through the telescope with Argyle. With each memory, Sunny's cutie mark grows brighter and more powerful. Sunny's eyes burst open, lit with an awesome golden light. With how bright as the sun! Her wings spread, light explodes from her feathers, glow of hope magic, and a powerful beam of Alicorn magic bursts through her horn. The beam splits into multiple strands of golden light, flowing around the vines and seed pods, and crushing them to dust. And the magic continues, weaving towards Maretime Bay. Exterior, rural Maretime Bay, continuous. Sunny's magic finds the fighting earth ponies as it sweeps around their hooves. Their cutie marks glow brightly, enveloping each pony in a golden aura. Dahlia, what's happening? Misty, Alicorn magic! Sunny must have found the alpha pod. Hitch jumps to the foreground, hooves glowing. Come on, ponies! For Sunny! Dramatic music plays as Hitch leads the earth ponies in a charge together, their magic combining to form a beautiful glowing wave of light, formed of flowers and leaves. Pip soars above them, weather magic flowing from her wings, giving the wave extra power. Rainbow hair Izzy charges behind, adding glitter magic to the golden glow. Misty follows with a swarm of silvery butterflies. It's totally epic. The huge golden wave smashes into the vines, which explodes into rainbow dust on contact. Exterior forest, meanwhile. Vines whip towards Sunny from all sides. Sunny ducks, spins, and fires a quick blast from her horn. The vines vaporize mid-air. She turns sharply, eyes locked on the alpha pod. Thick vines have woven into a shield around it. More vines rise, surging straight at her. Sunny plants her hooves. Her wings flare wide. Alicorn magic builds, blazing bright around her horn. She releases a massive blast of light, a wave of golden white energy that tears through the incoming vines, shredding them mid-flight. The blast slams into the vine shield, rocking it, but it holds. She grits her teeth, hooves grinding into the dirt. This is our home. She pushes harder, pouring everything into the blast. Her cutie mark blazes, her wings speed once, hard, channeling the last surge of power. Boom! The shield cracks, then shatters. The alpha pod explodes in a burst of blinding rainbow light. The shockwave hits the crystal brighthouse. The prism beam activates, firing a pulse of pure harmony magic that dissolves the vines wrapped around it in a rainbow surge. As the light clears, Zipp swoops in. Sunny laughs through exhaustion as they slam into a hug. You were incredible! I couldn't have done it without you. All of you. Cut to Maretime Bay, meanwhile. Surrounded by dust, softly falling glitter, withered vines, and seed pods, the ponies cheer and hug each other. We did it! Yes! Sparky! We see Sparky jump out of Rocky's arms and race across to Hitch. Hitch hugs him tightly as the main 6 celebrate around him. Da da da! Exterior, Maretime Bay, streets. Next day. We see the main 6 helping the residents of Maretime Bay with the cleanup. Izzy happily clears debris with a swish of her horn, writing statues and rehanging flower baskets, giving them all a little Izzy sparkle, as she does. This place will be super duper green and lovely in no time. Allura. Well, well. The main 6 jump, realizing they are being watched by Allura and Twitch. Sunny. Allura, you came back? Well, Maretime Bay might be a dump, but it's all I've got. Commiserate groans. Allura slinks off. The main 6 relax again. Izzy. And on the bright side, next time you get attacked by dark magical vines that try to destroy everything we love, we'll totally know what to do. Next time? Hey, as long as we have each other, we'll be ready for anything. The main six share a big group hug. Pip, but seriously, we're not doing that again, right? End of episode.